Good morning.
It is.
Forgive me for the French accents. If you don't understand, you know. Actually, I left the corporate world 1 year and a half ago, and I've been pursuing, really great options that I had in front of me with a lot of passion. And it's funny because it's now the 5th option I'm pursuing. It never flourished. I have a lot of passion, I go for it, and it crashed.
Well, don't ask each inclination to take a step on the path. Don't ask each step to be everything that you want forever. Just feel appreciation for the step, the ease of the step, what that step brings, and stay open and happy that there will be another and another and another and another. Life will continue to unfold, but it can't unfold beyond the boundaries of your active beliefs. So sometimes it's an improvement, it's just not enough. But it's an improvement, it's just not everything. But it's an improvement. And as you begin flowing with the sense of the improvement, then before you know it, you'll not be making irrational requests from every step along the way. Mm-hmm. In other words, you'll just let it, it would be like none of you ever, or few of you, most of you don't, but some of you do, but mostly, you don't sit down at a meal and intend to eat the food for the rest of your life today. You don't say to your waiter, get ready, and warn the kitchen. Because you know that you're just going to eat your way through life, and that's the way, and you're just going to demonstrate your way through life. You're just going to manifest your way. You're just going to step your way. You're just going to love your way. You're just going to bliss your way. It's just what's here for me, what's here for me, what's here for me, what's here for me. And when it switches to what's here for me rather than what's not here for me, when it's what's here rather than what's not here, what you begin to notice is that there is more in every step than you're allowing yourself to realize. But every step is not the last step. You teach your kids to walk. You say, all right, now you've got your balance. Here you go. That's it. That's it. You've learned how to step. You can't even maintain your balance very well unless you keep going, can you? So you have to keep going. So don't ask anything to be what you're only always ever looking for. It's not. It's just a step. It's just a step.
But what's the attitude? Because, you go with a lot of passion. You really launch this desire, and then
everything's working out for me. It's becoming. It's in a state of becoming. I'm molded into place. I'm getting clear about what I want. I'm becoming a better vibrational match to what I want. I'm modifying my beliefs. I'm bridging my beliefs. I'm becoming a better vibrational match to what I really want. I love how it is because it's reflecting what I've got going on vibrationally, so I can modify it if it's not everything I want it to be. But it's okay what it is. I'm not wrong in what I'm reflecting. I just could improve what I'm reflecting, and now I know that I want to. It's like that.
Okay, because, immediate, attitude I had is, okay, there is a learning here, what I'm supposed to learn. And I'm seeking and seeking.
What we want you to learn is that it's as good as you're letting it be right now, and it gets better and better and better. But you don't want all the good you've ever wanted right now. Couldn't perceive it, you couldn't enjoy it, you couldn't comprehend it. You can't comprehend all that's coming to you if it came all at once. So enjoy it as it comes. That's the Phoenix San Diego story that we were telling years ago. Jerry and Esther made the trip from Phoenix to San Diego on a really regular basis, and about halfway is Yuma. They didn't get out there in Yuma and say, oh, we're not there. So discouraging. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm so disappointed in you. We should be further along than we are. Look where we are. We want to be in San Diego, and look where we are. Yuma.
Yeah.
And then they get all disoriented and turn around and go back to Phoenix. So it's just Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma, Phoenix, Yuma. Never San Diego, because so disappointed that we're not where we want to be that we just spin around where we are. Where you don't do that, do you? You're where you are, and well, sometimes when you're in Yuma, you're wishing you were somewhere else, but that's really the thing that we're wanting you to understand, is that if you're standing where everything isn't perfect in the way you would like it to be, and you're noticing what isn't the way you want it to be, you hold yourself where you don't want to be longer, where if you are savoring the facets of where you are that are the way you want them to be, then more facets like those that you like appear on your path, or you realize them.
Okay. There is a combination of factors, because it's exactly the same, as far as my relationships are concerned. I start, and then, it never flourish. And probably, at some point in my mind, and what I feel is that, oh my God, everything is like that in my life right now, starting and crash.
Well, listen to this story that you feel compelled to tell.
No.
In as many different versions as we will allow. Oh, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. And we say, there's a pattern. Have you noticed?
Oh.
And it's the same pattern, and we get it. What is compelling, because what is observable, and what is observable by others. What is tangible. It is noticeable. We get why what is getting your attention. But when you begin to accept, really understand that what is becoming is responding to your thought. And if most of your thought is about what is, then what's becoming is more like what is. So it's different places and different faces, but it's essentially the same theme going on over and over and over again. So if you keep looking at what is and talking about what is and telling the story about what is, then the next thing that comes, and the next thing will come, but it'll be just like what is. So if you tell a different story, but that most of you don't, it feels wrong to not tell it like it is. It's like deceptive, or like not facing enough reality. And the people around you really want you to face reality, and you sort of kind of do too, but you're not facers of reality, you're creators of reality. And the reality will conform to your active vibration, over which you have complete control. So let's just talk basics here in a way that you have not heard us before. So we know for sure that you get this. Everything that you just heard, especially this conversation just now, you understand completely, don't you? There's no question in your mind that you're creating your reality, and that and especially when you're listening to someone who's doing exactly, and you've done it too, you've done it too, but you're listening to someone and you're seeing them in the act of doing it, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? So the question isn't, the problem isn't that you don't understand, you do. The problem isn't that you don't get how it works, you do. So what keeps you from doing it in a way that will work better for you? Well, it's law of attraction that keeps you from doing it in a way that will work better for you. You don't get up and you say, oh yeah, I read this Abraham stuff, or I listened to this Abraham stuff, and I get it completely, but I'm not going to do it. None of you are saying that. You're not saying, I could do it, I just choose not to. None of you are saying that. But what you are experiencing is what you mean to do and what you're doing sometimes isn't the same thing. I meant to say that better. Or I meant to feel differently about that. I meant to offer a vibration more about what I want. We know that you mean to do that. So let's just take a moment and talk about why you're not doing that. Just for a minute. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not doing a more productive, better feeling job of focusing your thought? It's because you have this habit of looking at what is. What is has your attention. You talk about it, you catalog it, you pigeonhole it, you compare it. You compare it. You compare it, you compare it, you compare it, you compare it. Well, a certain amount of sifting and sorting is of value to you to help you launch desires. But once you've launched your desires, get off of what is. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would ask ourselves purposefully, what aspects of my life do I want to continue to recreate? Do I want to keep eating? Yeah. Vitality, is that something I want to keep perpetuating? Yes. Balance, flexibility, eagerness, love, fun. Do I want to perpetuate those things? If you do, then talk about them more. Focus on them more. Do you want to perpetuate disappointment? Then stop talking about things that are disappointing to you. Do you want to perpetuate anger? Then stop talking about things that make you mad. In other words, you have control over this. You have more control. But there is another piece here. There's something else, because we know you get all that too. We know that you get all of that. So what is it? What is it that I'm doing wrong? What is it that I'm doing wrong that is keeping me from being better at this? What am I doing wrong? That's the answer to the question right there. That's the answer to the question. You're calling yourself wrong because you've made a determination that you're not where you want to be. And you're beating up on yourself about it. I should be doing better. You've been practicing. That's a core vibration. Not core from source, but something that you've been practicing for so long that it's a very influential vibration. I should be doing better than I am. And that just straight out is not true at all. Where you are is as much of the path as you can see right now, and it's fine. It's fine. I'm right smack dab on my path. This is where I am. What's here that's good for me? That will transform you. Just looking for the positive aspects of where you stand. But Abraham, you said I should be unconditional. Isn't looking for positive aspects sort of like looking for positive conditions? Well, you are where you are. You can't just evaporate. You can't just suck yourself back into the non-physical and be born again. Oh yeah, you can. You woke up this morning, it's just like that. You woke up this morning, it's just like that. You can recreate yourself every single day. You can face reality a little less tomorrow than you did today, now that you understand that facing reality recreates reality. You have the ability to do this, and it is not a hard thing. You know how to do it. Don't you think you know how to do it? So what keeps you from doing it? Is it because you're lazy? You aren't. You're not lazy. Is it because you're not disciplined? It isn't about that. Give yourself a break. It's because law of attraction is reflecting back to you what you've got going on vibrationally. What's active in your vibration is reflected back to you. That's the way that it's got to be. It's got to be that way. What's in your vibration must be reflected back to you. Law of attraction cannot make you the exception to the universe. You want it that way. Law of attraction is reflecting back to you what you've got actively going on. So what's the answer? Do something about what you've got actively going on, which means get more general about it. Wake up and focus a little. Make it easy on yourself. You got to take the path of least resistance. You'll never get there by the path of most resistance. Oh, I'm so bad at this, but I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to be better at this. I'm going to think about what I want. I'm going to make long lists of what I want, and I'm going to stick to it until I get it because I deserve it. We say, that's not working out for you well at all. What will work out better for you is, I'm doing all right, and it's getting better, and I'm having quite a bit of fun, and I like what I'm doing. We like what we heard from our friend. It just gets better and better. It's easier. Source is with me. All is well. Things are working out for me. I'm doing pretty good at that. I'm doing pretty good at that. I'm doing pretty good at that. I'm doing pretty good. I created that. I did that. I did that. I did that. I did that thing that I want so much. I did that thing that I don't like so much. I did it all. I'm doing it, and I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm good at this. I'm doing all right. Things are unfolding. I love how the universe reflects back to me exactly how I feel. I love that. Every thought that flows, reflecting back to you how you feel. Everything reflecting back to you how you feel. So your singular work is controlling your own mood. But you can't control it if it's out here wobbling in a really big, detailed way. Your only chance of controlling your mood is starting where it's easy, you see. Got to catch it in the early stages. And then off you go, living happily ever after, loving where you are all the time, with where you are expanding and delivering more and more and more, until there are moments in time where you just feel so appreciated and by Source and so